welcome to Say You Think You're Iconic, the movie podcast where we're a little tired today. My voice
Just
is
a
a little,
little.
but
Mm-hmm.
Kelly convinced me to order Starbucks, so
It
I'll be
honestly doesn't
okay.
take much to convince you to get food or drink,
No,
if we're being
it
honest.
truly does not.
It's merely even just hey, I went to this place yesterday, and Jordan can be like, oh, that sounds good. Immediately
Sounds
opens an
good.
app.
Yep. One thing about me, I'm gonna order some food.
No,
I'm
seriously
gonna
though.
order some food. Yeah, yeah. How was your week, Kelly?
It was all right. Pretty chill week at work, I guess. For those of you who don't know, Employee Appreciation Day is a thing.
It happened weeks
Um,
ago.
it happened weeks ago, and my job decided to celebrate it this week.
At
I
least her
seriously
job
thought,
celebrated it. Mine did not.
yeah, yours did not. I'm convinced that they forgot and they kind of remembered weeks later, and so they combined one of our training days with Employee Appreciation Day. So I got free breakfast and I got free lunch. So shout out
I
to
already get
my job,
that,
I
so
guess.
that wouldn't have been special to me.
Yeah, yeah, and your food is 1,000% better, I bet.
Probably. But they still could have given us something. They could have given us like, I don't know, a a bag of goodies or something.
Right.
Like they could have given us something.
My dad's company, they gave out what was it, $25? $25 Starbucks gift cards.
See, I would have accepted
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I would have accepted that too. That would have made me really happy. I love me a good gift card.
All the money my company has and they couldn't give us anything.
No, seriously though, that's the
Like,
crazy
come on.
part.
Come on.
That's the crazy part. Y'all aren't hurting for money or anything.
You are not hurting for cash.
Mm-mm.
I mean, they might have had money in that SVP bank. I don't know, but isn't that bank getting bailed out? Like, give me my money.
It
Run me
is.
my money. Run me my
It
gifts.
is.
I don't feel very appreciated right now.
No, you don't.
Okay, it's fine. I'll get over it.
Okay. All right.
Anything else, Kelly?
We got a lot of new music this week, which
We
I'm
did.
excited about.
We did. That's
We
literally.
got That's all of my
Speaking of,
recommendations.
I have all
And
of my
yeah.
no, I have two shows of my recommendations.
Oh, okay.
But yep, I
Okay.
have music in there though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We probably have at least one of the same.
Yeah, at least one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm living for this new music because it's getting warmer and new boppy music. It makes me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
It cures
Yep,
the depression.
it does.
So I'm very excited for that. Any new music
Yes.
coming out, y'all, I give it to me. Give it to me. I need
Yes.
it. But yeah, that's me. What's up
Okay,
with
as
you?
for me, this is what happened to me last week. It's just so you know. I was at work. It was lunch. I was eating my lunch, and I was just eating and eating, and then I heard a beat drop, and immediately I knew what the fucking song was, and my heart dropped into my fucking stomach. They played Temptation by Destiny's Child. I wanted to scream.
No.
I was sitting there just bopping along, like trying not to start singing along to the song. And then you know what they played immediately after it, Kelly?
What do they play?
Like literally I stopped dead in my tracks. Like I literally was like, what? Like fork mid mouth. Like I was like, what? They played Angel in Disguise immediately after
No,
Temptation, and
absolutely not.
I audibly gasped, Kelly. I audibly gasped. I
No.
was like, it was the best like 8 minutes of my life. Like that little moment right there was amazing.
They really said, "See that man right there? We're gonna make his day."
This is for him. This is
This is
for
for you.
him.
This is for you.
It was
That's
such a
amazing.
great moment. It made me so happy.
I love that for you.
So yeah, and then that weekend, me and another friend went to go see Scream 6. Is that the number we're on?
Yes.
Yes. It was good. It was good. It
Yeah.
was good. I liked it.
Did she like it?
Um, yeah, she liked it.
Oh, good.
We had a good time. We
Oh, good.
watched Scream, and then we got In and Out, and then we went to Target. It was great.
Ooh. I'm not In and Out. At least we have that though. I have In and Out.
Mm. But can you go?
Mm.
It's Sunday, Kelly. Um,
That's Chick-fil-A, bro. We got one of those too.
yeah, it was a really good movie. Everyone should go watch it. It's not in my recommendation, so I'm just gonna like half
Yeah.
recommend it right now. Go see
We're gonna
Scream
not
6.
recommend it.
Yeah, it's good. You'll enjoy it. But yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. So, are you ready, Jordan, to
Am I
talk
ready for
about this
what?
movie? Are you ready to talk
Life
about this
is a
movie?
highway
I'm gonna ride it all
all
night
night
long.
long.
That song changed
I
our
lit-
lives.
I literally wrote that. I literally wrote "Life is a Highway" with like 50 explanation points somewhere in my notes. So randomly, I'm gonna scream that again.
Okay.
I don't
All right,
remember where I wrote it, so just be prepared.
just so we all know.
Yeah,
This is like those trigger warning
it's
flashing lights.
it's probably at whatever point of the movie the song played at.
The song comes on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alrighty. So if y'all didn't know, we are going to be talking about cars.
Yes, the impact that this movie had, like it took
I
over like the zeitgeist of 2006.
Oh no, yeah, it
Every child watched Cars.
yes. It really brought life to the 2000s.
You do, like if you weren't there, you don't understand how
Yeah.
insane the car like fan base was. This was back when Disney used to do movie premieres at Disneyland so
Mhm.
that they could like advertise the movie and Disneyland on
And
Disney Channel
yeah,
because they used to do
yeah,
that a lot.
they did.
It was a time to be alive.
It really was.
It was
Disney
a
was really in
time
their
to be.
bag.
Disney was in their bag at a certain point. Like you, everyone knows Disney now for pretty much Marvel, but Disney used to be
Yeah.
like just Disney used to be in
Dis
their bag.
yeah, because they used to do Disney stuff, like just
Disney
straight
stuff.
Disney stuff.
Yes.
And there were like special things going on at Disneyland. There were special
Yep.
things going on at stores. It was insane.
The merch was everywhere.
Oh, merch, and you know what? Merch was
Bed
actually
sheets.
top notch.
It was good. Bed sheets, backpacks, shoes,
You
shirts,
couldn't get away from it. They
everywhere.
were everywhere. Yeah. So let's talk
They,
about the iconic
they don't
Disney cars.
advertise like they used to. They don't
They
advertise like they
don't.
used to.
They really don't. Honestly, bring it back, Disney. I'm talking to
Yeah.
you right now.
Bring back good ad campaigns.
Please, can we shut down Disneyland again to do movie premieres?
Yeah. Or like when they did Miley Cyrus's birthday party. Like
Yes!
where's
Oh my
where's the
gosh!
fun? Where's the
Right!
fun? They had this girl performing at her own birthday
Own
parties
birthday
for Disney
party!
Channel. Where is the fun?
Y'all whack now.
Disney is whack. They're so cheap now.
Give me quality. Okay, so we start this movie out with a voiceover for a pre-race hype monologue from Lightning
Hmm.
McQueen. I am speed. I am lightning. Good job. And when he comes out of his trailer, he is at Motor Speedway for the Dynaco 400 to win the Piston Cup. Lightning is a rookie racer going up against Strip Weathers, the king, who is an old legend who is the face of Dynaco, and Chick Hicks, who has always been second to the king. So he's got something to prove.
Hmm.
So the race starts, and I don't know what lap they're in, but at one point, Chick hits Lightning off the track, And once he gets back on the track, Chick causes a huge chain of crashes to slow
Yeah.
down Lightning McQueen. He like murks 20 people to get to Lightning. Lightning makes it through somehow and gets stopped by the pace car as he skips the pit. I don't know anything about racing, so anything about pace cars, no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I don't understand what that is for.
Don't know what that
Like,
means.
why are you stopping the race mid-race? Like, I don't understand.
Right. Like they decided to go into the pit, so shouldn't
Hmm.
they? I don't know. But yeah, he gets stopped by the pace car as he skips the pit, but Chick gets caught at the back of it because he decided to go to the pit and everyone got up before him. The race keeps going, and McQueen keeps skipping tires at the pit only to refuel, and his pit crew is not happy with him. In the final lap, it finally comes to bite him because both of his back tires blow out.
Yeah.
And he has to like crawl his way to the finish
He
line.
literally crawls his way to the finish line.
Yeah. Yeah. Um the king and Chick are catching up, and right at the finish line, the three pass it. Well, Chick and the king pass it, and McQueen sticks his tongue out, and it has to be reviewed because it's too close to call.
Unpopular opinion, I don't think his tongue should have counted.
Right, right.
That's
I
cheating. I'm sorry.
I know it's you technically on the line, but you didn't pass it. I think you have to pass the line,
You
right?
have to pass the line.
Not touch the line.
Whack.
Yeah, I don't
Whack.
know. I don't know. So, as they're reviewing, McQueen gets interviewed and is super cocky as Chick tries to rile him up in front of the reporters.
Yeah, he's super cocky even though he almost lost.
Yeah, because he was dumb.
Because he was dumb.
The king then comes by and compliments McQueen on his racing, but he says he needs to get a crew chief and a pit crew since racing isn't a one man show. But he isn't listening because he's daydreaming about him being the new face of Dynaco.
Hmm.
Because I guess this is the king's like last race, and whoever wins gets like the title of gets to be the new face of Dynaco.
Yeah. What happens if the king wins? Who
Right.
becomes the new face of Dinoco?
Right. Does Dynaco just lose it? Do they don't have anybody and they have to wait?
They're just like, well, the whole race is our oyster.
Right. So, huh. After the review, they say that there was a three-way tie and that another race will happen next week. Oh, well, in a week in California. Chick then makes a bet with McQueen that the first one who gets to California basically gets Dynaco because you get to schmooze them and make your ins and stuff like
That's
that.
not how it works, but okay.
It's not how that works. McQueen then goes to Mac, who is like truck who transports them everywhere,
Yeah.
to get on his way to California. But Mac has parked his trailer at the Rusty's tent so that he can follow through with his contract
His
obligations.
contract obligations. Yes. He's like, I don't want to talk to these rusty cars. And I'm like, well,
It's in your
they
contract.
they sponsor you, so you kind of have to. Also, I
Yeah,
feel so bad for all of those rusty cars because like the people selling you this are rusty.
yeah,
Like it obviously does not work.
yeah. It didn't work for them.
Come on.
So, but they
They
got
could
McQueen to do some good
they couldn't
marketing though.
they couldn't even pull off like a Popeyes where they have like a fake car who's like the spokes car for it. They're just
No,
like, no, we're gonna use our real selves, our authentic selves, even though it
right?
shows that our product doesn't work.
No, I don't know, man. Uh, McQueen doesn't want to make his appearance because he doesn't like rusted cars, but he goes in anyway. Well, kind of goes in. He tries to sneak his way to his trailer, but that doesn't work, and he gives the little Rusty's spiel to all of the rusted cars, and
Hmm.
immediately gets in his trailer and leaves.
Yeah, he's like, I did what I was contracted to do. Bye.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't do any more or any less.
No, any more,
There
any
you go.
less. Try to sue me. I
Yeah,
have the
right. Try
footage.
it. So Mac and McQueen get on the road, and on the way, Harv, McQueen's agent, calls him saying that he has tickets to give out for the next race. But McQueen can't come up with any names because he don't have no friends.
You don't have any friends.
Nope.
Like, not even one. Like, I have one friend.
Right. I have at least one.
I have at least one.
Yeah, McQueen doesn't have anybody.
Loser.
You missed your A Life is a Highway bit though, by the way.
No, I didn't.
This,
It hasn't
this it
started
is.
yet. It's after the
Yeah, it
phone
has?
call. Kelley,
Okay, well.
you ruined the surprise.
Well,
But
I
life
told him in
is
the
a
song.
highway.
There we go. Thank you.
You ruined the surprise, but it's
I'm
fine.
sorry. We all knew it was coming. Okay. Sorry. Anyway. After a long while of driving, Mac wants to pull over to rest, but McQueen says he can't because they have to get to California and that
Hmm.
he will stay up all night with him to make sure that he stays awake.
He immediately falls asleep.
Yeah, he is a liar.
Yeah,
Because hours later, Mac starts to fall asleep on the road. And when he does, a bunch of tricked out import cars mess with him, and McQueen accidentally opens his trailer and gets dumped out in the middle of the highway.
okay, but can we talk about the attempted murder that just went on?
No, really though. They had Mac on the I don't know what kind of strip they call that, but like the wake up strip or whatever that like rumbles your car when you
Yeah.
go over it. They had that man on it on a bridge.
Also, why does Lightning not put himself into park when he sleeps?
Right.
Is he just sitting there in neutral, sleeping in this
Right.
car, just bumping into shit all night?
Probably then.
Dumbass.
Right. Like
And
are there
speaking of dumbass,
yeah.
when Lightning is on the phone with his agent like speedily says that he takes a percentage in perpetuity, and I was like, Lightning, you're being robbed.
Get a new agent.
Every contract you have should have a renewal date. You should never be paying your manager forever. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. He's a rookie, dude. They really got him.
They got him good.
Yeah,
They got
they
him real
did.
good.
Yeah, they
Because
did.
if I had seen that word in my contract, I'd be like, scratch. No,
Yeah, we're gonna need a new one because what the heck is that?
we're not doing that. We're gonna renew everything in 2 years. We're gonna have 2
Yep.
year increments. See how we're feeling.
Yep.
Like you're not gonna
McQueen,
get one over on me.
please read your contracts,
Please
McQueen.
read your
Please.
contracts.
I know you're a rookie, but that's where they get you.
That's where they get you.
That is where they get you. So McQueen wakes up in the middle of the highway and races to find Mac, but he can't tell which one is which, so he follows a random one off the main highway, but it's not Mac, and now he's lost trying to get back to the interstate.
Yeah.
He starts racing his way in random directions, um,
Yeah.
and a cop starts following him because obviously he's going too fast. And McQueen thinks he's shooting at him, but it's just his tailpipe firing off. Do they
Yeah.
have guns in cars?
I guess so.
How would they? How would they shoot said gun?
Mm.
This is why I love the Cars universe. I feel like you bring one thing up and then you just go down a whole rabbit hole of explaining the Cars universe.
Yeah, like how are these cars made? Like who's
Right?
making these cars?
Do they have children and how? if they do, or do they go to a dealership and buy a baby, a
Who
baby
built all these
car?
structures? None of them have hands. Who built all these
Right.
structures?
Well, they I suppose I think they have like tractors and like bulldozers and stuff, right? Because they obviously have like they have tractors that are but they're animals.
Yeah.
God. No, this isn't
Also,
time travel.
also in Cars 2, I believe, because I still have not seen Cars 3. Sorry.
Yeah, me neither.
In Cars 2, they go on a plane. How big are these fucking
Yes,
planes to
right.
hold
Because
multiple cars?
you're putting an actual car on these things. These things need to be massive, and they need to be tall. Because Mater's
Yeah.
on a plane. I don't know. And wouldn't I don't I'm gonna stop. um, so Radiator Springs is a sleepy town on Route 66 where McQueen is on, and he barrels through it and messes up the town, dragging barbed wire that he's caught in, and eventually a statue.
Hmm.
After
He's
he's
got
wreaked
some
some
torque
havoc.
on there.
Oh yeah,
He's got some power behind his wheel.
heck yeah. McQueen gets caught in some telephone wires and passes out. Mac then arrives at the track in California without McQueen, and when the reporters see that he's missing, it's reported all over the world.
Yeah.
They even got our governor in there.
They did. I kind of forgot that he was our governor at the time of Cars.
Really? Dude,
Cause
when I
like
heard
I was
him,
like,
I was like, oh
cause
my
like,
gosh,
cause like so much was happening during this thing. I was like,
that is
Jay
true.
Leno was still on TV in 2006. Arnold
Oh my
Schwarzenegger was
gosh, he
still our
was?
governor.
Leno was still on TV in '06.
He was in this movie. He was one of the people reporting that Lightning McQueen was missing, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger popped up, and I was like, he was still our governor.
He was our governor for a long time.
I don't remember like actively remember any governor before Gavin Newsom. I'm
The
so
Newsom,
sorry.
yeah.
I don't.
Honestly, I
I,
just remember Schwarzenegger and then Newsom.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure there was a man in between them, and I don't
There
remember who that
probably
man is.
sorry to that man, but I don't know who
Sorry to
you
that
are.
man,
You're literally governor of my state, and I don't even know who you are.
but like I was a child, so like you can't. Like
That is true.
I was obviously not paying attention to politics. Like
Yeah,
so you can't
right,
be upset with me over that.
right, true.
Like one of my governors was a Terminator, and then I was
Yes,
a like voting person, so I obviously knew who the governor was at that point. So the person
right.
in between them, I'm so
No
sorry.
idea. Yeah, because the Schwarzenegger came with other things that we knew him for. So
Yeah, there were other things attached to him, so of course I knew who he
yeah,
was.
yeah. Because when he got appointed, you're like, what? The
What?
Terminators are
The
governor?
Terminator.
Is that legal? Is that good?
Which, by the way, we need California. We need to stop electing actors as government officials.
It keeps happening, man.
We can't do this anymore.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't
Hopefully,
know
we
how to
all know
convince.
better by now. Hopefully,
I
we
don't know how to
all know
convince us to
better.
do better. Okay. So the next day, McQueen gets woken up in impound with a boot on and meets Mater, the tow truck, who doesn't know who he is. And honestly, I feel like racing is such a niche thing in the
It's
human
so
world,
niche.
but would racing be big in the cars world? McQueen almost gets his way out of impound by tricking Mater into showing him the town, but the sheriff steps in immediately to take him to court. Also, what kind of court is this? There's like 8 people in this town.
Oh, girl, I have so many questions about this court. But I feel like they're gonna come up later because if I start now, it's gonna like bleed into the rest of the story.
Yeah.
So I'll sit this one out for right now.
Okay. Okay. So,
Okay.
once they get to court, sheriff asks if he has a lawyer, and McQueen says he doesn't. And so, as the law states, one will be appointed to you. And
Yeah.
so he asks the town who would want to be his lawyer, and
That's not
Mater
how it
steps up.
works.
That's
That's
not how that
not how it
works.
works.
As somebody who has this as part of their job, this is not how this works.
As someone
Let me tell you.
who's watched TV, as someone who has been on a jury, that's not how it works.
Yeah, it's not how that works. There are court appointed
Court
attorneys.
appointed.
Court appointed.
You
You don't have to be in a court and then some random person is appointed. There are special
yes.
groups of court appointed attorneys.
Yes. People whose jobs are
Yes.
to work for free for people as
Yes.
their lawyer because they are board certified. I don't know if there's a board certified lawyers or whatever.
But they've passed the bar, they're certified,
They've
whatever.
passed the
They
bar.
have a lawyer number. They're
Yeah,
certified,
they're
whatever.
actual lawyers
Yes, not some random person off the street.
who knows nothing about law.
Right. And technically there is an attorney in this town,
There is.
but she's
She just
acting like a
happens to
prosecutor.
she happens to be for the prosecution, but
Yeah.
that's not Lightning's fault. She's gonna
Yeah,
have to
it's
switch
not.
over. She's gonna have
She
to
has to
switch
play both
over.
sides.
She's
Yeah.
gonna have to play both sides. And then when Lightning gets out of here, he can sue for a conflict of interest.
That's amazing. So Mater volunteers to be the Queen's attorney. Doc comes in and he is the judge and he is super angry about what's going on. And when he gets to the bench and sees McQueen, he immediately dismisses the case because he's a race car and he doesn't want to deal with him.
Same.
Yeah, I felt that. Right
He's
after
like,
he
I don't
dismisses,
want to deal with this right now.
yeah.
He's like, I have better
He's like
things I
one
can be
look at
doing.
he's like one look at you and he's like, and I know you're not going to do anything for this town. You don't even know where you are, so just leave, please.
Mm-hmm. The best thing you can do is leave.
Yes. So after the case has been dismissed, Sally, an attorney for, I guess not for the town, but she happens to be an attorney,
Yeah.
comes in, and McQueen automatically assumes she's there for him, and he hits on her.
Yeah, because she's like a
But
sports car. So he's
yeah,
like, this is
she's a
obviously my
Porsche,
representation.
right? So she's actually there to represent the town, and she wants to nail him and get him to fix the road, which Doc eventually agrees to when she gets the town involved, and he's
Which is
basically
strange
outnumbered.
because he already said his ruling.
Yeah,
And
he
then
dismissed it.
he dismissed the case. And then Sally
Yeah.
came in and was like, no, he needs to do this. And he was like, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah,
Undismiss this case.
right.
You have to do
Unrelease
community
the,
service.
right. Like, what? This is not how law works.
This is not how law works.
Once a case is dismissed, it is dismissed. He would have
It's
been dismissed with
dismissed.
prejudice, and he would have been gone.
Yeah, like
They cannot hold him.
you can't hold him after you just dismissed his case. I would argue when I came back with my lawyers that this was double jeopardy.
Yeah. Yeah, they really played him.
I should have become a lawyer. I should have become a lawyer. I feel like I would have been a good lawyer.
You probably would have. TBH. So the case is undismissed, and McQueen is then sentenced to community service and has to pull Bessie, like some. It's not cement, it's tar, some like kind of
It's
tar
tar.
laying machine.
Yeah.
Um, to
Which for
fix the
some
road.
reason isn't alive like every other
Yeah,
machine
it's
in this
not
world.
alive. They like to pick and choose what's alive.
Yeah, they do.
Honestly, it's incredible. So Doc tells him it'll take 5 days to do it, And McQueen is like, absolutely not. I have to get to California like yesterday. And when Mater goes to hook him up to Bessie, he takes the boot off first, and McQueen races away immediately.
Yeah.
Eventually, McQueen runs out of gas and ends up right in front of Sheriff and Sally, who are waiting for him, who tell him that they siphoned his gas the night before.
How could he not tell?
Right.
Are they not able to like regulate
To
how much
feel it?
gas they have in their body?
I feel like they should have.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah. Like, because
It's like we said at the
fundamentally,
beginning. Once you start asking questions about this movie, you
yeah,
can't stop asking
he
questions.
can't stop. Because I think what was it, the second movie? And everyone started their like conspiracy theories about the Cars world because I don't remember what it was, but they go to Europe and then everyone's all like, "There's a car
Oh, they
Pope."
have to go through. They have to go through TSA, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Was
they have to
there
go
a
through that.
Cars
That
911?"
right. So and then does that mean a dead plane body was
Yeah.
flown? You know what I mean?
And so it like added one person to the body count. Yeah.
Right. And then all of those cars in the World Trade Center buildings.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
what?
what's happening?
Right. And are there hospitals or are they garages? Like
Or the
auto
garages?
garages? Like body shops and
We
stuff like
we
that.
kind of get an answer to that in this movie. We
A
kind of get an
little.
answer to that in this movie.
I don't like that scene because it's weird, but
It's very strange. Yes.
yeah. So yeah, we're not gonna talk about it anymore.
No.
um so McQueen is taken back to town and he's hooked up to Bessie. And the rest of the town basically stops what they're doing to watch him do this. McQueen then has a breakdown like halfway through what he's doing. Um because he's a race car and he shouldn't be doing this. Which catches Luigi and Guido's attention because they follow racing as well. But they are offended when they find out that he's on the American circuit and not the European one because they follow Ferrari only.
Yeah.
Flo then notices two cars coming down their road, and Sally freaks out, telling everyone to get to their stations so that they can greet these people. Each person goes through their spiel um, with these lost cars and definitely freaks them out with how like overbearing and friendly they are.
Yeah, they needed to chill out a little bit.
Yeah, or maybe a lot.
I also would have
Um,
kept going because like they would have scared the hell out of me.
oh heck yeah! Even McQueen tries to get them to help him out, but they don't believe who he is either because of the crazy they just went through.
Yeah.
So they leave him there.
Which after this scene, it brought up a question for me.
Yeah.
Did Doc file paperwork for this quote unquote hearing or trial or whatever they had?
You know he didn't.
Because I feel like if he did, people would have found him immediately. They'd have been like, "Oh,
Yeah.
while everyone's looking for Lightning, they would have been like, "Oh, there's this court case in Radiator Springs that
Where
has
they
Lightning's
won
name on
Lightning
it,
McQueen. Right.
where he was sentenced to community service."
Right. Like, so, should someone go check that out?
Yeah.
Doc probably would have gotten a call. Sheriff would have gotten a call just to
Hmm.
confirm. And then people would have come and got him.
Yeah.
But this is
I
not
feel
a
like
justice system.
this is not a justice system.
It is not. It is whatever this town goes with.
They pretty much kidnapped this man.
Yeah, they did. They held him in contempt. um, so the rest of the town is upset over what just happened when McQueen hears Chick over Lizzie's radio that Chick has made it to California first and basically has a daydream that Chick signs a Dynaco, which spurs him to finish the road in an hour. That road is atrocious, by the way.
Hmm.
And Sally and the rest of the town is upset. But Doc still doesn't want to deal with McQueen and says, and and says that he can race him for it because McQueen says that he doesn't want to redo it. So McQueen takes the bet to race Doc so that he can leave. At the dirt track, the race starts, and Doc stays at the line as McQueen races off. Uh, Doc calls Mater to go with him on the race because eventually McQueen lands himself in a ditch. He can't make a turn, and he lands himself in a ditch.
No.
Mater has to get him out, and McQueen is then forced up to dig the road up. Later that night, McQueen is hooked back up to Bessie as Sheriff watches him repave the road. The next day, Sally comes out to see a portion of the road is perfectly done, and everyone is excited about it. Doc notices that McQueen is gone and finds Sheriff watching him at the dirt track. Doc sends Sheriff on his way as he goes to Coach McQueen, telling him to turn a hard left instead of a right to keep him on the dirt track. But he says he won't listen. And when Doc leaves, he does try it, and it goes wrong. He lands back in the ditch again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first, I thought Doc was fucking with him.
If I was Doc, I would. I'd be like, yeah, turn left to go right. Do it. I swear it will be fine.
I swear it works.
I swear. So McQueen is pulling Bessie again. And Sally compliments Luigi and Guido's work on their shop because I think it was Lizzie that said that their shop looked awful now that they had a new road compared to it.
Yeah.
Sheriff then gets Mater to watch McQueen that night as Sally watches the rest of the town kind of fix up their spaces, like repaint shops and their fences and stuff like that, make things a little nicer. Sally gets Red to wash off McQueen and offers him a spot to stay at her motel as a thank you for fixing the road. Queen then notices Sally's tramp stamp. And she is embarrassed, and they kind of have a thing going on. And Mater, who is watching them, tells him that night he's going to watch him and goads him into tractor tipping.
Yeah.
So
it's like cow tipping in the real world.
It is cow tipping, yeah, but tractors aren't sentient human beings. They're cows.
Mm-hmm.
Because that makes sense.
Yeah. Some animals are sentient. It's kind of like how in the Mickey Mouse world,
yes.
Goofy is a dog, but he like is sentient, but Pluto is like a dog.
Yeah, dog.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah. I guess evolution is real for Disney.
Or how Minnie Mouse is a rat, mouse, whatever, and she has a pet cat. It's kind of like that.
Yes. She has a cat.
She has a cat.
Wow. How the turntables. So in the field that night, Mater starts tipping some tractors, and McQueen, because he doesn't have a horn, he revs his engine and tips over a bunch of tractors and gets in trouble with Frank, who is like the bull, and starts to chase him down.
He's a bull? I thought he was like the owner of these.
No, he's
now that you mention it, he is a fucking bull.
He's a bull, bruh.
Wow, I've watched this movie a lot of times. I've been on the ride,
and
I'm just now realizing that he is a bull. Whole time I was thinking these
he was the owner.
That he was the owner.
I'm so done.
Because who names their bull Frank?
Frank, yeah. Because somebody has to own him. Because how did he get the name Frank?
Yeah. Weird. Weird.
Also, as a car, wouldn't you feel weird, like owning another piece of
another motorized machine?
Yes. Cars world is messed up, dude. I don't know.
It's really weird.
We need to have a follow-up episode where we just go over conspiracy theories for the Cars world.
Yes, like a little mini episode where we just
Yes,
go over stuff.
that'd be amazing. Um,
I'm
so
gonna go
Maynard
drive over
McQueen.
to Pixar right now.
Yes, right now.
I'm gonna sit down those people and be like, you need to explain all of these questions to me right now.
Right. Right. There was TSA. Did 9/11 happen in the Cars
Did
world?
9/11 happen in the Cars world?
There is a
There is
car
a
pope.
there's a car pope. Was there a Joan of Arc? Let
Right.
me know.
Was there a car
There
Jesus?
was there a car Jesus? There is a car Queen of England. So was there a
Right.
car
Crusaders. Were there car
Crusade?
crusades?
Let us know.
How do you execute a car? How
Yeah.
do you crucify a car?
Was there a car World War II?
How do cars shoot guns?
How do cars shoot guns?
If there was a car World War II, are the boats sentient? Are they like a plane or are they just boats?
In England, when they had to like ration their food, were they rationing oil? Like, how was that happening? How do
Were
you
there
justify
plagues?
how do you justify not feeding your citizens but filling up planes? Let us know.
Is there car illness?
Is there car yeah. Is there car
Like,
COVID?
right, was there is there like car cancer? Like I know rust and stuff is a thing, but like is there car illness?
Yeah, is there car illness?
Or is
And
that their illness?
and back to my car COVID question. Since we now found out that COVID was spread by like panda raccoons or whatever the fuck those things are there car pandas? Car
Well,
raccoons?
there's car cows and there's car flies.
So there's car bats, car raccoons, car
So
dogs.
swine flu and bird flu is a thing, but they don't eat animals. And how do they contract illness?
Do they need to breathe? Is like air necessary? Is global
Is
warming
there
a thing?
is there a Clean Air Act?
Yeah, is there a
Are there
Clean Air
electric
Act?
cars?
There are electric cars. There are. That's a plot in the second movie.
Is there?
Well, he's
Okay, I
well
can't
he's not
remember it.
well he's not actually electric, but he pretends to be electric.
Wait,
Don't
and
ask
who
why. Don't ask why.
who if cars are made and not born, who is the head of those car makers?
Yeah. Who's the person who decides who lives?
And what is a car funeral? Do you bury the car or do they get like to the junkyard and like get compounded?
That's awful.
We're stopping there. We're done.
I say that as if we don't burn bodies and turn them into ash. But you
Right. Oh. So Mater and McQueen get back to town, and they McQueen gets made fun of for liking Sally by Mater, and then he gets immediately freaked out by Mater for driving backwards, and he shows off his skills with his side view mirrors, which I don't know why he calls them rear view mirrors. They're side view mirrors.
I mean they're technically rear view mirrors.
Yeah.
Even though the main rear view mirror is the one inside the car.
Does that mean they don't have? Is that why they call it a rear view mirror? Because
Maybe they don't have that. Yeah. Maybe since their
maybe.
eyes are there, they don't have like an
Yeah.
actual like inside.
Yeah.
Even though they have doors, which is where do those doors lead?
Yeah, where do the doors lead? Because they don't have a brain,
Or do they?
right?
Maybe if I open that
Is that
door, all the internal organs just slip right out.
not the internal organ?
It's just
Is their battery their brain?
I would think that was their heart, or maybe that's their engine. Who knows?
Oh yeah, which is which? I need clarification. I need one of those like body charts. You know, like the body charts like
Yeah.
this
We
before a
need a
car.
car. We need a car's anatomy book.
Yes, we
It
do.
it will sell like hotcakes. Get started on it, Disney.
No, seriously, because the car's kids are now adults with adult money, and we will buy it.
Yeah, with adult money and adult questions.
Yeah, we are unhinged enough to make this purchase. So, um, Mater then asks why the race for the Fiesta Cup is so important for McQueen, and he says he wants to be the first rookie to do it. Mater then asks if he can ride in one of his helicopters when he wins and eventually becomes the face of Dynaco. And he says yes. And Mater says he made a good choice in making him his best friend.
Yeah.
McQueen then
Mater's
goes
so
to the
sweet.
cozy. He's so sweet, bless his heart. McQueen goes to the cozy cone, and Sally asks him about the promise he made to Mater with the helicopter, and asks if he means what he says. And he avoids the question by
He's like,
saying
he's
he's
like,
tired.
he's like, yeah, sure, yeah. I'm really
Yeah,
tired.
yeah. Um, but thanks Sally before he goes to bed. Do they go to bed?
Yeah,
Does that
I guess so.
do they shut themselves off? Like you shut a car off?
I guess so.
But doesn't that mean they're dead since the engine isn't running? This is
Questions.
why we can't do this. So the
And
next
if
day,
turning off their engine doesn't kill them, what does?
what will? Because technically, with a car, you could keep replacing parts and the car won't die.
Maybe they don't turn off. Maybe they
They're
don't
like
turn off.
idle,
You're like idle. Yeah.
and since they don't breathe, it doesn't matter that
It doesn't
the
matter that they're
exhaust fumes are
yeah.
getting in the room. Okay.
Yeah.
So McQueen wakes up from a nightmare where Frank is chasing him on the track, and he wins the Piston Cup and is the new face of Dynaco.
Mm-hmm.
McQueen then goes to find Sheriff at Doc's, where he's getting some sort of checkup.
Yeah, because Doc is both a doctor and a judge.
Yeah, and a former race car.
Mm-hmm.
Which
He's
what
lived many lives.
he has. Also, the thing that Sheriff says to McQueen when he bursts in.
Oh yeah, he's like,
You get a
you
good
like what
look
you
there,
see?
skinny boy.
Yeah,
Sheriff?
Sheriff. No,
Sheriff? What's going on there? Please.
he's like, I just came in here so I could ask for some oil, please.
Right. Like, please don't. I did not come in for this.
I do not want to look at your goodies. I don't.
Right. I don't. um, so Doc sends him to Flo to wait for a sheriff. As he's leaving, McQueen then finds Doc's garage and finds a piston cup from 51 and two more from 52 and 53 before getting caught and finds out that he is the fabulous Hudson Hornet. But Doc doesn't want to talk about it and forces him out. At Flo's, McQueen tries to tell everyone about Doc being a race car, but they don't believe him because he hasn't told them. Sally then comes and gets McQueen to go for a drive after she fills him up. And instead of racing off like he wants to, he follows her out.
I would have left. That's just me.
I mean, they are unlawfully holding you, so you could have left with no repercussions.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Put out a warrant for my arrest? I'll
Right.
come back with
Where
my lawyers and be like, "You were kidnapping me."
Right. You dismissed my case.
Yeah.
So
They looked in the database. There's no paperwork.
Right. Does this mean he has Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Because he does fall in love with Sally and the town.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. But so did Belle, so it's fine.
guess. As they drive around, they have fun with one another. And when they reach the top of one of the mountains, Sally tells McQueen about her life before Radiator Springs as an attorney in LA, but she wasn't happy, so she left. And how she found a new family in Radiator Springs. Also, the music that goes on while they're driving, I was literally just picturing myself in the ride.
Yeah, it is the music from the ride.
Yeah, it is. It really is. That's a good ride. That's a fun little ride.
It's such a good ride. I can't wait to ride it when I go back.
Oh yeah, you're going soon.
Yeah.
Um, she then talks about how the town used to be busy because Route 66 was one of the highest traveled roads, and how the valley used to look before the interstate was built, which basically stole all of their business.
Hmm.
Back in town, McQueen feels bad for everybody and thanks Sally for their drive.
Yeah, after she gave him all of that pro car propaganda.
Mater then goes to McQueen, telling him to lie that they were together as the tractors come rolling through the town and watches the
Yeah.
chaos.
Yeah.
McQueen then
Also,
follows one out. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to talk about something.
Yeah.
Lightning or Sally. Sally had Lightning waste an entire day on this
Yeah.
tour. Like it
Yeah.
an entire day gone that he could have been working on this road.
Right. But now he has
Yikes.
to work on it in the middle of the freaking night.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sally.
Thanks, Sally.
Like, what the heck? She's sabotaging him. It's the
She is.
Stockholm.
Yeah.
McQueen then follows one out of town and catches Doc taking a lap. And when he goes to say something to Doc about how well he was driving, he races away. McQueen follows him to his shop and confronts him about quitting. And Doc shows him that he didn't quit, but he crashed. And how no one accepted him back when he was ready to race again. Because there's always another rookie ready to take your place. And how he never wants to go back to the racing scene. They confront
Why
one
is she
another
so
about how.
butthurt?
I don't know, man.
Like, I hate when older people get older and then they start complaining about being older. I'm like, well, you're gonna get older. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it happens,
It
dude.
happens. Enjoy the
You just
time
gotta.
that you had.
Right. And don't waste the time you have now.
Yeah, you're a grown ass man. Where's your
Right.
family?
Do something.
Do something with your life.
They both confront one another about how much they care for the people around them because Doc is lying to the people in his town, and McQueen acts like a one-man show and is selfish. The next morning, Mater and Doc find the rest of the road finished, and when the rest of the town finds it uh, perfectly fine, they think McQueen is gone, but he isn't. McQueen then gets a makeover from Luigi and Guido with new tires, and Ramon gives him a paint job. He
How did he
then
pay for
buys.
this?
Right. Mm,
Which also brings up the point of what does their money system look like?
right.
They can't hand you cash. They can't hand you a
Yeah, they
card. Like
can't.
how are they paying for stuff?
Right. And if that is true, how do they pay? Because if it is a
How?
card or something, do they have readers? Do they have? They don't have
You know what?
hands to like swipe
You know what
anything
I?
or like
You know what
tap
I like to
anything.
believe? I like to
Mm.
believe they live in a socialist society, and there is no cash. They just go on like a usage model.
Oh,
Like how much you like give to people is like your quote unquote currency.
but then
And like if
we wouldn't have had the lead into World War II.
maybe this happened after World War II, everyone was just like, you know what, money,
I don't
money,
know.
it's not good for us. No more money.
And this is before the recession.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh,
maybe, I
thank
guess.
you for reminding me that George Bush was our president when this movie came out. Thank you so much. Really, really lovely to remember that.
Sorry. Just that whole Bush legacy, both of them.
Yeah.
Um, and that night, after spending time with all the other townspeople, McQueen surprises Sally with his new makeover and the new lights on the shops, like
How'd
that.
those get put up?
I know how did they do that? Uh, how y'all do that? Because they don't have hands. How do you replace bulbs?
And no one new came into town to help them do that, so weird.
Weird. Um, and everyone takes a cruise on the new road. Flo then notices someone coming, or a lot of people coming, and it's news reporters and helicopters to see McQueen. Mac is there to take him to California, and on the phone, Harv shows McQueen that Chick is taking over basically his turf. He's got a new. He like rebranded himself in a week.
Yeah.
He's got a Kachiga,
A Kachiga.
a sticker on on himself. Is that a tattoo then?
I have no idea.
Anyway, um, yeah, he did a total rebrand in a week, which is very impressive.
Yeah.
Um, and everyone is urging him to get on the trailer to go back to California. Before he goes, Sally thanks him for what he's done and wishes him luck before he's forced into the trailer. When McQueen leaves, the reporters start to leave as well, but one car stays back to thank Doc for the tip. And Sally can't believe that he's the one that called them. But he's glad that McQueen's gone.
I don't know why Sally was so like, how could you do this? He obviously did
Right.
not like lightning. Like I don't know
Yeah,
where you've been this entire movie. He
right.
don't like him. He
Also,
don't like that man.
you really don't from the get go. Also, McQueen said from the beginning that he was going back to California.
Yeah.
So,
Did y'all forget he had a race
right. Did y'all
or
just
what?
conveniently forget that? Because he was going back to California no matter what. So, race day has come in LA, and McQueen
It's
tries to
not in
get to
L.A.
right.
It's not in L.A.
It's not?
It's in Emeryville.
Oh, yeah, it is in
You
Emeryville.
didn't see the
Because they
sign.
show the
It's in
sign.
Emeryville. They.
Well, the
I.
sign says Emeryville, but if you look at the way into the raceway, it says Los Angeles.
Yeah, but it's
It says
Emeryville,
Los Angeles International Raceway. But
which I
yes, it
think
is
is
Emeryville.
which I think is so funny because like they threw Emeryville in there as if anyone outside of a hardcore
Southern
Disney
Cal
fan or
would know where
someone in the
Emeryville
Bay
is.
Area would
Right.
know. Like Emeryville is barely a city. It is a
Yeah,
shopping center and like Pixar, and that's it.
that's it.
There's like a
Yeah.
couple of little spots with house with like apartments, but that's it. Emeryville is not really anything.
I love that they like tried to shout it out though, and then
Yeah.
like anybody who's not from the Bay
Anyone who
Area or
knows
California,
is like,
they're
really?
they're like they're like, what's Emeryville? Is
Yeah,
it like
what's
a big
Emeryville?
city in California? And everyone's like, no, it's not.
No, no, it's
No,
really
it's not.
not.
It's just a small town. It's just Pixar.
it's
It's
a
it's
small
Pixar.
town is really like overestimating how big Emeryville is.
Yeah,
Like when I tell you
yeah.
it is a shopping center in Pixar, that's what I mean. Like it's
That's
literally
it.
that. It
Yeah,
is
we're
like
not exaggerating.
it's like a sub city within Oakland. Like it's not anything big.
Yeah. No. Also, who says we're gonna go to Emeryville? Let's go to Emeryville.
I can't say that because I literally went to Emeryville last weekend, but but I went to the shopping center to go see
Yeah,
a movie.
yeah. It's not like you went to Emeryville to do something else. There's nothing to do. You go
There's
there
nothing
for the
else to
shopping
do.
center.
You go there to shop, you go there to eat, you go there to go to the Trader Joe's. Like that's it.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Emeryville. um, So McQueen can't get into the right mindset because he keeps thinking about everybody back in Radiator Springs. Since McQueen does need a pit crew still, because his last one is quit, Mac is his pit crew, and McQueen thanks him before he starts the race. And he's
What is
distracted by thoughts of Sally when it starts.
Yeah, and what is Mac gonna do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
He's just gonna encourage.
He's gonna like
Because he
go.
can't change his tires or refill them.
Nope, can't do shit
No. Nope. He's just his crew chief without a crew.
without a crew.
He's there for moral support.
Yeah.
That's what that is. So 50 laps in, McQueen tries to get his head in the game, but he spins out. Mac comes over the headset, but then Doc comes on as well with the rest of the town. And McQueen pulls into the pit to get a pep talk and goes out chasing the others. The rest of the people in the stadium then notice that Doc, the fabulous Hudson Hornet, is the crew chief for McQueen. He also got his old paint job back.
Yeah. Also, how'd he get there so fast?
Right. Did they leave immediately after?
Immediately after Lightning left?
McQueen left? Right. But he had a paint job done, so he had to go to Ramon first.
You know, Ramon could fix him up real quick.
Yeah, you're right. So there are 60 laps left in the race, and McQueen catches up. And when Chick tries to make him spin out again, McQueen drives backwards and gets into second place.
Makes no sense. He still does not have mirrors.
No. Also, you can't go that fast when you're reversing.
No.
You can't. I think 30 is your top.
Yeah, I think there's a max speed when you're driving in reverse.
Yeah.
This is not an action movie.
It's not. So McQueen manages to keep Chick out of his way until he gets a flat and gets his tires changed in seconds by Guido.
Yeah.
And manages to get in front of the pace car and catches up.
Because the other crew was making fun of him.
Yeah, the other crew's making fun of Guido.
And so Guido was like, okay, I got something for you.
Right. It takes 4 of you to do this job. I'm going to make it a one-man show.
Yeah. He's like, y'all slacking.
Right. He's like, eat shit. I just changed all those tires by myself.
Yeah.
So we are now on the final lap, and a 3-way crash almost happens until McQueen finally takes Doc's advice and turns left instead of right and manages to keep himself in the race.
Mm-hmm.
Right before McQueen can win, Strip crashes, and he sees it on the big screen. And he stops right before the finish line, and Chick just straight passes him.
Yeah.
McQueen then goes back to help Strip across the finish line, and everyone cheers for them.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that. Honestly, he could have finished the race and then went back and got him to help him cross the line. But I guess they wanted to pull at our heartstrings or something.
Yeah.
Because he was literally right there. Like he could have passed that line, turned his ass around, and then pushed him.
Just done a U-turn.
Yeah.
Immediately. So Chick celebrates all by himself at the Piston Cup stage, but he gets booed out.
Mm-hmm.
McQueen then gets stripped back to Dinoco and meets up with Mac and the rest of the Rusty's crew, and Doc and everyone that came from the town. McQueen is then offered a contract with Dinoco for the
spokesperson.
I don't know, sportsmanlike behavior that he exhibited, even though he did not win.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns it down, saying that he's going to stay with his Rusty's people because they gave him his big break. He's then offered a favor, and he uses it to get Mater his ride in a helicopter.
Yeah, Mater got to ride in a
Back in
helicopter.
yeah, how that works, I don't know. Luigi and Guido then get visited by Ferraris, who were recommended to visit them by McQueen. And Sally is up on the mountain again and is met by a redone McQueen who says he's setting up shop in Radiator Springs.
Hmm.
And him and Sally race back to town.
Yeah, he's making his headquarters Radiator
Radiator Springs.
Springs to try to bring in some foot traffic or whatever.
Yeah. That Stockholm is pretty serious.
Yeah.
But that's where the movie ends.
That's where the movie ends. Kind of, kind of not really. There's also like
Yeah,
little.
there's a bunch of like small end credit scenes.
Yes, they have a. My favorite one is when they go to the movies and they watch Toy Car Story, Monster Truck
Yes.
Inc., and
Yes.
A Bug's Life
Bugs.
like parody.
Yeah. Yes.
And I
And they
think
have
the joke is that the guy who voices what character is it?
Mac.
Mac is in all of those movies.
He is. Yes. He is
In Toy Story,
he's
he's the pig.
he's the pig. In Monsters Inc. He's the
Monsters Inc.
abominable
He's the
snowman.
abominable snowman, and in A Bug's
And in
Life,
The
he
Bug's Life,
is
he's the flea.
the flea. Yeah,
Yeah. That is the ongoing joke.
yes,
There's also a bunch of stuff that happens with Radiator Springs.
yeah.
Um,
You see like cars come in.
yeah, they get like
and jump.
redone.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that jazz.
Mater finds his hubcap, but then he like blows it into like a valley.
Yeah, it's like I found my hood. Puts it on, immediately flies off.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So, are you ready for the movie facts?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So, this is the last movie produced by Pixar before Disney officially bought the company.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. It was this
Yeah.
late. It was this
Yeah.
late.
It
Damn.
was this late. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it feels like it's always been that way, but yeah.
I feel like they did it like after the first Toy Story movie, but they did it
Mm-mm.
this late. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Um Even with a farm of computers that ran 4 times faster than the ones used for The Incredibles, which came out in 2004, and 1,000 times faster than the ones used for Toy Story that came out in 95, each frame of this movie took an average of 17 processor hours to render.
I wish I had a frame of reference of what that was. But it seems long.
Yeah, I assume it's if we just say that it took 17 just normal hours to process one frame of the movie,
Yeah, that sounds
this
long.
movie
So,
is this movie is almost 2 hours long.
yeah,
So let's say each frame is like 2 seconds or like a second. That's a freaking long time.
it's a long time.
We talked about how iconic this movie is. Let me tell you how iconic it is. Well, this one's more of a memory thing. This is the final Pixar film to release on VHS and the first one to be released on Blu-ray.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That time
don't
when VHS and Blu-ray were together at the same time.
I don't remember this movie being on VHS. I don't. I do remember this movie being on DVD because one of my
Yeah,
cousins had
same.
it. But wow,
Yeah.
VHS made it that far?
Yeah. Good for them.
Which, by the way, I love a VHS movie. I do. I
Yeah.
still have
I still have a
plenty
bunch.
of VHS movies. I love them. I love the little trailers before you get to like the
Yes.
movie. I love a VHS. I do.
I love rewinding them. I love the sound. I love just holding the fatness of it.
Yes, I love a VHS.
Yes.
And then I
Yes.
remember the early days of DVDs where they tried to like replicate a VHS, where they would have trailers
Yeah.
in front of the
Mhm.
the like
Mm-hmm.
main screen where you could like select the different stuff you wanted. They
Yeah.
had to bring that back because now you just pop in the movie and it's like
And it's the movie.
play selection.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, come on.
Because like there was even a point where when I guess people complained about the trailers before the DVD, where there was an option on Disney DVDs that you could skip the
That you
trailers,
could skip it. Yeah.
and
I'm
it
like,
was
I'm
a
not
very small window.
right. And I'm like, I'm not skipping these trailers. What
Right. I need to see this.
anytime I pop open my which movie is it? My Emperor's New Groove
Hmm.
one. Best believe I'm watching the trailers before it. Did
Oh
those movies
yeah.
come
Oh
out like
yeah.
20 years ago? Yes, but I'm still gonna watch
Yes.
them.
Right.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 trailer? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I live for those trailers.
First off, if
They're
you know
so
anything
cool.
about me, I love a trailer. I love a
Yes, you
trailer.
do.
I love
Yes,
trail.
you do.
I get upset if I get to the movies late and miss a trailer. I
Yes.
love a trailer.
So, when this film was released on DVD, 5 million copies were sold in 2 days.
That's insane.
No, seriously.
That's actually insane.
That's incredible. And here's your last movie fact. It's sad. This was Paul Newman who played Doc. It was his last feature film before his death of lung cancer in 2008, and it turned out to be the highest grossing movie of his career.
Oh.
And George Carlin, who played Fillmore, I think. Yeah, Fillmore, who was the '60s VW bus. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he died of heart failure 3 months earlier, before the movie came out.
Oh.
And this was also his highest grossing film of his career.
Oh. That's kind of
Yeah,
kind of sad.
it's sad. Yeah. So on to the question, Jordan. Is
Uh-huh.
this movie iconic?
Of course it's iconic. Like we
Yes,
said
it's
at the
iconic.
beginning of the episode, this movie was everywhere.
Yeah, this franchise had a chokehold on society.
Yes.
It was everywhere.
It was
Also,
everywhere.
Life is a Highway, that song
Like
boomed everywhere.
on my playlist to this day. I
Yes, Life is a Highway.
Life is a Highway.
It's
So
it's
good.
a road trip staple. It's it's that song that you just belt out. It's a feel good song. Rascal Flatts, good for you.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
You deserve it. I love this movie. Can't say the same about the other ones. But this one
Yeah,
has a special
this is
place
a
in my
good
heart.
one. Yes. This is
Any
literally our childhood.
My
We were the
childhood.
target audience.
I was the target audience and I watched it a lot. And then like 15 years later when they made Cars Land at Disneyland, I was like, I'm going to that. And I did.
Yes. Yep.
Did.
Yep.
I've ridden every single ride except for the Luigi ride. Haven't ridden that.
Which one is that one?
It's like you like sit in a car and it's like a trackless thing and it just like moves.
Oh, the
It like
dancing one?
the dancing one, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I haven't
haven't
been on
ridden
that one
that,
either.
but the Mater one, fun. The
Yeah.
like racing one, excellent.
Excellent.
So yeah, I fucks with cars.
Oh yeah. Also, we got to see Lightning McQueen when we went.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
I've
first
taken
time.
pictures. I've taken pictures with Lightning McQueen, Kelly.
Oh, you have?
When me and my sister went there, he's in his Halloween costume though. But when me and my sister went,
Ooh.
we we took pictures with Lightning McQueen
You got special edition Lightning McQueen.
and with Mater. Lightning McQueen is he's like a superhero,
I can kind of see that, yeah.
and then Mater is a vampire.
Vampire, yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah,
We love Cars Land.
I love Cars. I love Cars Land.
Dude, like,
I love going to Flo's. I get me a cheeseburger, some
flows.
fries.
Yes.
I love
Also,
going.
the best place to sit in flows is at the very back where all the big
Yes.
windows are because you can see the
You
where
can see the ride. The
the
Radiator
ride and the
Springs ride.
mountains just look,
Yeah.
they look so good.
Perfection.
It's a great place to people watch. It's a great place to rest. It's so nice.
It's so nice. And it's like shaded and amazing.
Hmm.
So yeah. Cars, iconic.
Yes, totally iconic.
Totally iconic.
So, what are your recommendations for this week, Jordan?
Okay. My first one is a show. It's called Yellow Jackets. Season 2 comes
Oh,
out March 24th. Can't wait.
all right.
I just binged season 1 like a month or two ago when I was staying at my aunt's house because my mom had COVID. Excellent show. Excellent show. I can't wait for season 2. My second recommendation is Endless Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I love Miley Cyrus. Do I like this as much as um Plastic Hearts? No. No. But it's still
Okay.
good. It's still very good. Miley Cyrus is going to put out a good album. She's always going to put out a good album. And then my third recommendation is Missing You by Tori Kelly.
Yep.
Tori Kelly's back, y'all.
Yes,
Tori
she
Kelly
is,
is
and she's
back.
back with a vengeance. This is a great song. I love this song. It's a great style for her.
Yes.
She killed it. She absolutely killed it.
I
I
want more
cannot wait for the
bops.
rest of the stuff she does. Right.
Give us more
I
bops.
need more bops.
I literally texted, not texted Kelly. She sent me something on TikTok. It was Tori Kelly and JoJo singing together.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I was, and like right when she had sent me that, I had just been thinking that I want to hear Tori Kelly sing Spiral Season by JoJo. Like I had literally
Yes.
just been thinking that. And I was like, Kelly,
It's the
I
shared
need
brain cell.
it's the shared brain.
Yes.
This happens way too often for us.
It really
But
does.
but no, I need to hear Tori Kelly singing Spiral Season.
No, seriously.
And
We
if Tori
need I want an album of both of
yeah.
them, please.
Yeah, a joint album would be
Please.
nice.
Yeah. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's not a
And
lot to ask.
they're already friends, so make it
Yeah,
happen.
they're already friends. Right. They have the same, I'm assuming because like they have the same kind of style of voice. Like they're just so beautiful. They kill it at runs.
Yeah.
Their vibes together, beautiful.
Let's make it
Oh
happen.
no. Let's make it
Let's make it
happen. Like
happen.
I just need all of Tori Kelly and JoJo together, please.
Yeah.
They're
They can
slept on.
they can start like a girl group or something. I don't care.
Yo.
I I
I'd take
just
it for one album.
I just need music with them together.
Yes, please. I love you both.
Yeah, thank you. And then my last recommendation is Shadow and
Mhm.
Bone on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Such a good show. I love Shadow and Bone.
It's a
Ben
good one.
Barnes is Ben Barnes is acting crazy.
Ooh.
Crazy. Like really putting that Darkling name to use. Wow. Um but excellent TV.
Yay.
Did it take 70 years for the second season to come out? Yes.
Yes,
I feel like the
yes it
first
did.
season came out in the middle of COVID lockdown. It's 2023 now.
Oh, you're right. Oh, it's
Come
been
on,
a
y'all.
while.
We gonna need to speed up this filming process. I don't
Oh,
know how we gonna do
yeah,
it because there are a lot of special effects in this show, but we gonna
true.
have to like reuse scenes or something. Like, cause
We need a bigger budget and we need to hire more people to get this done.
yeah, hire people from different countries if you have to. I don't care. Get it done.
Get it done.
Cause I'm halfway done with the season, and when I'm done with it, I'm going to need season 3 to come out within a year.
Not
Thank
3.
you. Not 3 years. Like, come on, be fucking for real.
Bombastic side eye.
Bombastic side eye. But yeah, that's it for me. What about you, Kelly?
Okay, so I have three recommendations. They're all songs. The first one is "Eat Your Young" EP by Hosier. Like I said earlier, we are getting new music by everybody. Hosier is one of them. It's a
Mhm.
good EP. I love "Eat Your Young" and "All Things End." Those are like my top two out of that EP. Um, Speaking of Miley Cyrus, my second recommendation is "Gonna Get This."
Tonight we're gonna get this.
Yeah, get this
Tonight we're
tonight.
gonna get this.
Yes. Hannah Montana and Ayaz. What a great song.
Good song, yes.
Um,
Ahead of
a
its time.
freaking
I was so confused during the episode when like the episode first came out why the kids didn't like the song. I was like, this
right,
is a very good song. What are y'all talking
right.
about?
She was too ahead of her time. They just didn't know. Um, and my last recommendation is "Forever" by Lil Mo featuring Fabulous.
It sounds
Do you not know that?
familiar.
Do you not know that song?
I think I do.
I feel like you do.
I think I know that song. Is it?
Yeah, yeah, you should know
Does it go? How does it go?
it. Oof.
How does it go, Kelly?
Uh,
Because I'm literally thinking of Superwoman, and that is not the song.
uh,
Because I'm singing, baby, take it, but I see you with my superpower. And that's Superwoman. That's not Forever.
oh. Yes.
Cool. Got
Yes.
it. Okay. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
know
you
that
knew
song.
it.
Good song. Good song.
See? There you go. We got there. We just got to get the brain flowing a little bit.
Yeah, I just gotta think a little bit because I was in the
Yeah.
right realm. I
Yeah,
had
you
a
were.
little
You had
Mo
the right
I had a
brain.
little Mo song in my head. It was not
Yes.
the right song,
It wasn't, but it
but
was a little low.
it was Lil Mo and Fabulous. Though they are both Little
Yes.
Mo and Fabulous. So I win.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's it for me.
Cool. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
Great episode, great movie. Had such a fun
Hmm.
time. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. We have a Twitter and an Instagram. They're both at SYTYI Podcasts. You can also send us your movie requests or your movie stories at our email, sytyipodcasts@gmail.com.
Yep.
Do you want us to do the other Cars movies? Like,
Do
I'll
you?
do it. I'll do it, but like,
But at
do we
what
have to?
cost? Yeah.
Do we have to? Are you proud of Kelly for doing the first movie in a franchise?
Yes, I was gonna say that. I literally did the first movie in the franchise.
Yay!
Please.
Everyone clap.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, let us know. If you were like an animator on this movie or whatever, can you answer some of our questions, please?
Yeah. Please.
Or if you're like a
I want an I
writer
want
or
an I want
something,
an exclusive interview.
yeah, I'll interview you. I have
We
tons
have
of questions.
questions.
Tons
Yes.
of questions.
And
But
so
yeah,
does the
let us.
internet.
So does the internet. So maybe just create your own like Reddit form or something,
Ooh, yeah.
and just answer like the most like popular questions.
Uh-huh.
Maybe do that. If you like
Hmm.
don't want anyone to know that you're giving out like these secrets or whatever.
Right, right, right.
Maybe do that. And if there already is one, someone email it to us.
Right. Somebody point us in the right direction.
sytyipodcast@gmail.com. Let us know. Thanks.
Thank you.
Um, al- Also, don't forget to share us with your friends and your family. Subscribe to us
Hmm.
on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Also rate and review us on Apple Podcasts with 5 stars.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone have a good week.
Hmm.
If you're in California, the sun is coming back. Whoop whoop.
Yep. It's
Fuck the
warming up a little
rain.
bit.
Fuck the rain. We're so tired of the fucking rain. But we made it. Spring is
Yeah,
here.
it's coming.
Now we have to deal with the allergies.
Yeah, rip. I'm out.
Yeah, it's gonna suck, but we'll get through it.
Mm-hmm.
So stay iconic.
Stay iconic, y'all.
Bye.